Yep. Pretty good book, pretty good read. You know, a lot of people always ask me, yo, G, what you be on, man? What type of books you be on? What you be studying? You know, I had to go back to one of the old classics. From Superman to Man, J.A. Rogers. One of my old classics, man. And this is a book that I keep in my arsenal. You know, this is a real cold piece. Read it a couple years ago. Just a couple years ago for the first time. You know, I like to put dates in mine and have my DNA all in it, but you know, looked like it took me 4 days to read it in 2018, and I think I read it like 2 or 3 times. Now I know I read it 3 times, you know. But this a real good book, man, from Superman to Man. You know, add this one to your arsenal. Check it out.
I been official, big dog in the yard, voting most likely to murder every birthday I start.
So one of the things that I really like about this book, and that I really enjoyed about this book, is that I can visualize, you know, what the author, you know, what type of picture that he was painting, you know, especially on those train rides. You know, you ever heard of a smart aleck? Or somebody with a smart ass mouth, or somebody say, hey boy, you got a smart ass mouth. You know, that I have that visual, you know, of the porter on those train rides. You know, you know, if you wanted to really get into the mind of somebody with some humor, who is very intelligent, or you know, the type of guys that have a real sarcastic type of humor. You know, this is one, man, that you can visualize everything that the young man was talking about on those train rides. You know, it's filled with knowledge. It was almost like for everything. I don't want to get a book up because, you know, you should read it. You shouldn't, you know, just take my review of it. You should actually go and read it, you know. But just the things and the comebacks that he was having with the senator and the on the train and shit, man. This was a real cold piece. You know, I kind of call this book the Book of Arguments. You know, I know it's a book called the Book of Arguments, and you know, but this right here, this is why I keep it in my arsenal. Not because I can regurgitate everything that was going on in the book. It showed me what it's like to be sharp with your knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because man must know thyself. You know, it teaches you how to be sharp, man, with your knowledge in a real witty way. You know, I also like these type of books that was written for like the early 1900s or whatever, because I like to hear the dialogue and to see how so-called black people was talking about and was ranking and roasting on the white people, and also the stupid ass shit that the white people would say about the so-called black people, you know. But yeah, man, this was a real cold one. And I think this is a starter book. Like, this is not a book that's gonna, you know, I guess make you real educated. But this is a real good book, man. Especially, man, when you first starting out in knowledge, or even when you get knowledge. You know, just to see the type of things that was going on, and just to see the or visualize how back in the days that a white man would try to degrade you, and how you would have to come back at him. You know, you couldn't beat him physically, you know, but you had to beat him with the mind, you know, so you had to always study. You know, I even had shit I used to highlight in here, man, from what the white man was saying, not particularly. You know, it say, the nigger is a menace to our civilization and should be kept down. I'm opposed to educating him, for the educated nigger is a misfit in the white man's civilization. You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that. When you get to saying that, it's like, damn, man. You know, let's just say this didn't come out the mind of the author, and that this was true and living way back then. It's like, damn, man, look how they used to talk about us. You know, even on this one where it says, didn't Abraham Lincoln say, there is a physical difference between the white and the black races, which I believe will forbid the two races living together on terms of a social and political equality. Hey man, the white boys used to talk about us so bad, you know. I think check this one out. When asked by a Southern guest whether he was the head nigger, the head waiter grew indignant. O said the guest, I only wanted to know because I have a large tip for the head nigger. At that point, the head waiter promptly got off of his horse. Yes, up, boss. He said, I's be the head nigger. And if you ain't believe me, as all of them other niggas did, he said, point to the other waiters. Right, I'm saying that, and that sounded kind of funny, you know, mimicking what was written in the book. But, you know, it's just amazing how they used to talk about us way back then. And, you know, just how the author could, like, help me visualize exactly what was going on. You know, and like I said, man, this is one of those books, right? If you really want it, because I think I got a real, what they would call slick mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's a smart aleck. You know, this book actually teaches you how to hone that. You know what I'm saying? And how to direct, you know, your slick mouth or your smart aleckness, if that's a word. You know what I'm saying? But being a smart aleck, you know, the first word in smart aleck is smart. And, you know, I believe in being more intelligent than smart, because it's a difference. But having your knowledge always with you, because you never know when you're going to have to use it. You never know when you're going to have to put somebody in their place. You never know when you got somebody walking around uninformed, and you got to really show them what time it is with your knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Or how we would say it, our 120, our knowledge was some cipher. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know if this was a movie or a TV series or anything like that, but just by reading this book, I visualized, you know, what was going on and how those rides were between, you know, I don't want to give it up because I think you should read it. If this was a movie, right, if this was a movie that I had watched, you know, I would tell you what happened. But since this is a book and it's only like a light book, and people ask me what I be reading, hey man, for these 130 pages, hey man, check it out, man. You're gonna have a real good visual. But like I said, this book really helped me, you know, to wanting to be sharp, you know, with my knowledge. Not just knowledge itself, but just knowledge in general, you know, just knowledge on the day-to-day tip. You know, it's good to, you know, just know what you know. You know what I'm saying? And be strong in what you know. You know, be swift in what you know. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't all about a video game and a rap song. You know, this book is actually battle rap. You know what I'm saying? This is like a tale of somebody thinking they know every motherfucking thing against somebody who is supposed to be on a smaller tier, who's very much so highly intelligent and can hold his own in means of conveying knowledge and having an intelligent conversation, you know, over a long period of time. You know, man, this was one of those good ones. And you know, this book, you know, it employs you to want to use your knowledge, you know, and like I said, it makes you think, and it just keeps your mind constantly rolling. So, say for instance, one of the things that they was talking about, you know, you have to read it. I ain't gonna tell you everything that they was talking about, but it just shows you the level of intelligence that the original man holds. You know, we can go from one subject and go to another. Just because you rich and you wealthy and you so-called famous, that doesn't mean that you have more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding about certain subjects than the next man. You know, it just shows you, man, it's levels to the mind. you know, it's levels. Everything ain't for everybody. Everybody don't think the same way, you know. But this was a real good one, and you know, I actually saw it to visualize it from the so-called Caucasian standpoint. Yeah, y'all supposed to be the rulers of everything, and y'all supposed to know everything, or at least think you know everything. But man, you done met your match today. You know, what was going on in this book. You know, this was a real good book. You know, like I said, this is a good starter book, you know, especially for the young brothers with knowledge, you know, or gaining knowledge, because you know it got a lot of real good historical references and dates, you know, and a lot of things, you know, involving history in this book. But this to me is like my book of arguments, you know. It just keep me to where if I was in a room somewhere and if somebody wanted to get down on certain topics, and I already know that I know the topic, you know, to a high level, I can't wait for you to call my name. Say my name, and I'm gonna put it on your ass, you know. This one and not only was he doing that, or not only will I do that, I'm gonna be doing that, giving you some history, giving you some lessons, you know what I'm saying, on why I'm doing that and why you should change your way of thinking, or at least give my way of thinking a listen or hear me out. But from Superman to Man, it's J.A. Rogers. That's a real good book, man. Go check that one out. It's the Bearded Hayru, and yo, like I said, a couple people always ask me, you know, what I be on and what I be reading. You know, this is something you need to add on, you know, into your arsenal. You know, it ain't real deep, but you know, this is one of them real good ones. Only like 130 pages long. You know, go check that one out. It's Bearded Hayru. Yo, go check them other videos out. There's some cold pieces. Go ahead and like and subscribe so you can come on and vibe what you got. You know, man, know thyself. It's the Bearded Hayru, and everything is real. Peace.
I've been official, big dog in the yard, voted most likely to murder every birthday I start.